comes the Valley knocking on that door. Mobazane with a lethal counter. They are all still on the border there, and here comes Tarzan diving deep into the lane. He's taking a heap of damage, still has that immortality. Here comes the heavy spin. Fly Chicken might be in trouble. Hoon gets taken out by a dawning light by the Xavier. They might be in trouble here. They're not going to be able to catch Fly Chicken.
The game, and I feel like from ACKERMAN, like the combination of Yato and Zia is going to be pretty much key to their comp. And then looking at the side of the Valley, Eve, they did pick up the Ballmon once again, so I wonder what they're going to do. But again, Super Shark did respond with a Wrath. So this shows us that they're trying to go for more of that sustainability, have a little bit of that control, and they might even go into the mid to late game here for the side of the Valley. They also do kind of want to end it early, so we'll see how ACKERMAN plays off in this.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be easy, but they do, once again, with Yato picking up this Xavier, they have a little bit of CC. They have some of that peel. Same thing with Gals Cutie on this Matilda, and ACKERMAN bringing in aggression in the first minute, trying to force that Retchie out of Zane, which they did do. So ACKERMAN holding the pace of this game as we creep into it.
Yeah, another thing I want to point out here is that Shark very much read into the fact that Ireshti was going to try to invade as the Benedetta, able to cut him off in the early seconds there to kind of prevent that early game that we saw from the game 3 here. So a great read by Shark there and the rest of the Valley there to kind of not make those same mistakes that cost them a loss in the first place.
And I just really want to see how, of course, like, we see how passive ACKERMAN plays in the early game, just because they know Mobazane is trying to invade and take Tarzan's jungle. And I feel like when they're able to get that vision to catch Mobazane, that's when they take a little bit of the stride. You know, they're holding them back. That's why we're seeing Mobazane here play a little bit safe, maybe try to cut off the mid lane here, and we might see a conflict. They really want it.
Yeah, we do see a spin by Mobazane. Tarzan able to leap over that ledge. I'm not sure if they're looking for this turtle yet. It does look like Tarzan's going to go ahead and turn his attention to the orange buff. It looks like Mobazane, though, doesn't want to give up this turtle. He's going to go ahead. Zia able to get the kill up at top, though. 10% left. Mobazane able to pick it up, and a real-world manipulation coming down here. As Shark able to get himself to safety. Who's going to have to disengage there? It looks like Gals Cutie actually might be in a little bit of trouble. Fried Chicken on the hunt, takes down Gals Cutie, and Tarzan follows quickly behind, but Shark ends up paying the ultimate price there. It is a 2-2 game here.
Yeah, 2-2, but overall, I would say with the loss of Basic in that gold lane, it kind of goes to the side of ACKERMAN there, though. Luckily, Mobazane does secure the turtle, so it keeps him a bit of a gold lead, but in the long haul of things, as we creep into the mid game, ACKERMAN could end up with a bit of advantage for that early kill onto Basic.
Yeah, the early kill on a Basic is huge, and normally that is why Shark's up there, but Shark's are now trying to help out Mobazane. We do see him again being aggressive, taking a lot of Tarzan's jungle, but again, I think it's all going to come down to if ACKERMAN's gonna, you know, ban or get some of that anti-life, because we are dealing with a Wrath here, and I mean both teams are dealing with support tanks. They just have to keep an eye on that, and if one team lacks on one of those areas, they're going to take advantage.
Definitely a lot of weight getting put on the shoulders of Mobazane here, right? On this Ballman, we're already seeing him trying to make up for that loss in the gold side by stealing away jungles, playing aggressively on the map, even when he is alone. And we've seen him on this Ballman. He does wonders on it, but is that going to be enough, right? ACKERMAN pulling themselves together, wiping the dust off their shoulders, ready for this game. Tarzan, though, in a bad spot.
Yeah, he is going to go ahead and be able to dash out of there, especially provided that CC from Yato. So a good job there by ACKERMAN's mage to go ahead and kind of enforce that escape from them.
Yeah, ooh. Hoon was in a little bit of trouble. Dawning Light does come off.
Yeah, throws Hoon down to about a third health there. Yureshi coming in now, being a little bit more aggressive here, but not able to stop Zane from taking that blue buff. Ooh, Sharkin very low here as Moba Zane is going to go ahead and move on to this turtle. Oh, look at Fly Chicken here from the back line, trying to come in. Gals Cutie puts a kill onto Shark there. Real world manipulation comes down, but Moba Zane able to take down this turtle quite quickly. Gals Cutie might be in a little bit of trouble, does get taken down. Zia able to take down Basic, but also Gals Cutie gets taken down there. So, I mean, 4-3 game right now. Hoon getting away with just an inch of life left on that health bar.
All right, look at the top lane. Zia already taking out all of the gold plated and the tower there, T-Rex.
Yeah, this could be a major problem. 2-0 Zane now getting stuck in a very bad spot. Able to get away from that, but still, like, I don't know. Zia already able to rotate is a huge deal. We haven't really seen Zia fire off on this Beatrix just yet, but this could be the game that we see some big things happen.
Yeah, not exactly aggressive, but answering what, like, every single kill with one of their own is the side of ACKERMAN here. So the Valley get kind of in a bad way, especially as you were saying, that top lane, that gold lane is going to be a problem as we move into the mid game.
Yeah, and I think it contributed to that Bia picked up that Blade of Despair very early. Didn't even buy boots at the beginning. So looking into the items, we are seeing, again, Zia with that tower down and being able to rotate early on. We're seeing that, you know, Zia's going to be popping off. And I feel like that's going to be a huge problem for the Valley. And they might have missed that in the early game here. So we got to see how they respond. They are not swapping lanes yet because Chicken's still in bottom and Basic's still in top.
Yeah, Basic's going to have to stay up there and defend. Yato getting a nice stun there.
Yeah, 4 people down here. Shark actually might be in trouble here. Does go ahead, poke his face into that bush, and answered from Tarzan there. You're actually going to go ahead and cut this lane to try to enforce this fight here down at the bottom, but it does look like they're going to go ahead and disengage.
And, you know, so at this point, right, I like that Yato picked up this Xavier. We're already seeing how it's helping in some of these team fights, getting the lockup on a Zane. Zane not really able to come in and make those plays, but Turtle is up.
Yeah, Turtle is up. We do have a circling eagle. Moba Zane able to clean up the turtle. Heavy spin comes out to zone out the rest of the Valley. Not able to get a kill here, but they do secure the turtle there. Zia is going to go ahead and disengage. More pressure being put onto this mid lane as there were minions there.
That's what happens when Bia gets a snipe off here, and we do see Moba Zane trying to get the red buff. Ooh. And Zia secures it. This is going to be a problem because I feel like, again, the game, I said it in the very beginning, they're going to be playing off of Bia and they're going to be playing off of Yato here, and they're excelling at that. And I mean, even though they are in a gold deficit for ACKERMAN, we're just seeing that the farming is being fed to Zia here.
Yeah, that could be the problem, though. They are still behind in gold, even though they've taken a bit more kills. And right now, it's all on Zia. Like, Zia and Yato are the only ones doing any damage. If they stay behind, eventually, will the tankiness be too much? Are they going to be able to burst them down private?
Yeah, we do see this engagement here. Yato able to go ahead and put the finishing touches onto that bottom tower. Great job by Zia there to go ahead and rotate and macro up on these towers. 2 unanswered towers for the side of ACKERMAN. And I don't think I've ever seen a point when, the Valley has been, like, out macroed, but it looks like that's happening in this game.
I wouldn't say if they're being out macroed, you know, like they're doing really well. I think what they missed in the very beginning, and this is kind of, we're seeing ACKERMAN go back to the days that we see that they're focusing on Zia. Farm, feed Zia, feed the gold lane, and you win the game. But we are seeing that I don't believe they secured any turtles or any of those objectives, and Moba Zane's doing very well at eating away at them. And look, here comes Yato.
And they are finally losing a tower there up in the top side. So, I mean, or they're finally losing a tower in the bottom side. So now, with that gold lead, we're starting to see the Valley answer back a bit, right? Even though they were falling behind, now we're at a point where that rubber band is going to start to snap a bit back. Tarzan starting to work on this Lord, but Zia's damage is definitely scary private.
Yeah, BOD and a Malefic Roar there. Fried Chicken dives deep into the back tower, takes down, and Yato does go down to Moba Zane there, but we are on the Lord. Moba Zane a little bit of trouble. Circling Eagle has latched onto him. Following behind is the rest of ACKERMAN. Heavy spin does put Fly Chicken into a wall. He does escape, but it isn't going to be enough for him to find his way to safety. It is, and they lose one without an answer.
It was a good go. They attempted to go in there as well. This is something that I've seen that I like from Gauss Cutie here on this Matilda. So you're kind of seeing like a fighter plane essentially. We're seeing Gauss Cutie carry Zia along, and then just a shotgun coming out of anywhere, and they're capitalizing on and taking on those solo kills, and they're kind of making them themselves, you know. But we are seeing the Lord here. Can Moba Zane secure it?
Yeah, will get the steal.
Yeah, he's got 3 members here, 4 members now, down to 10%. He's looking for his opportunity to come in here. Basic able to pick up the Lord there. Heavy spin. Ackerman is trying to get out of dodge here. It's better to live and learn than take these kills, but Gauss Cutie has a mission of his own, dives deep into the line. Moba Zane is on the chase. Here comes Zia, putting on the damage, and a lethal counter is not enough to take down Gauss Cutie.
Basic Retri Gods, I mean, is able to take that there, right? The chat goes crazy, the fans go crazy. Basic secures this game for a little bit longer with that push. Can the Valley make something out of this?
Oh, what a beautiful set there by Xavier there as the rest of the Valley gets caught in that CC. Lord is able to take down one tower, read down to inhibitors at the top and bottom tower right now. Hoon and Zane may be looking for some type of advantage here, but I'm not sure that they really want anything, and going to go ahead, reset to the mid lane here. Yureshi doing his best to try to clear out this. Fly Chicken takes a tower at the top. Here comes a real world manipulation followed by a dawning light. They are in a bad way. Our Ackerman right now as the Valley is pushing deep and down. Oh, torn apart memories almost takes Tarzan down. Look at that beautiful set now. All the damage coming down. Beatrix with that missile launcher puts on a ton of damage as the rest of the Valley is forced to wisely disengage.
So now we're at 11 minutes, and the Valley holds a 5K goal lead, and this is that rubber band. This is that snap. Yes, Ackerman takes some towers in the early game. Yes, Ackerman takes some kills in the early game, but the Valley just biding time, knowing that, listen, we have the goal lead. We have this game in the bag. When the Lord comes up, we got this. When the big fights come up, we know we have the advantage. The only person on the side of Ackerman right now that's really ahead is Zia, sitting at 3-0, but the thing is there's a steadiness among all of the Valley's members right now that Ackerman is going to have to deal with. Shark.
Speaking of which, Shark gets a big face full of shotgun. Basic in a little bit of trouble here. He's trying to disengage here. They are on the chase right now. Is Basic going to be able to get out of here? Another torn apart memories with the flicker there. Minions able to take another tower there. Basic still trying to run. Tarzan is not trying to let it go and might pay for that. Went in a little too deep and down goes Tarzan. Gauss Cutie going to follow there behind as well. That is 2 kills for the side of the Valley. Fly Chicken is not done yet, putting on the damage as Zia, they're trying to go for the tower. Here comes the damage. Zia gets taken down. A dawning light does not save him, and there are almost a sweep. Uriah is the only one left, and this is right now a full game for the Valley.
Tarzan should not have chased that, G. He should not have chased that.
No, he should have not. Basic having a lot of that control and slowing them down. You're actually trying to stop the push. Are the Valley going to go for the Lord here? I feel like they're definitely going to back out. As we can see, I mean, of course, if they would have secured the kill on Yureshi here, I think they might have had the chance to end it. But now they have the Lord. Can we see Tarzan get in there and show a little bit of presence?
Yeah, we do see the real world manipulation coming down. Gauss Cutie able to get out of there. The entire team of Ackerman able to get out, but that was the job. They tried to zone them out. Lord is down to 10%. Moba Zane able to pick up this second Lord, the Luminous Lord. Now they are on the chase, trying to press their advantage. Here comes a heavy spin right now, trying to make waves. Yureshi in a little bit of trouble, getting slowed down right now on that Benedetta, and the rest of the Valley not able to pick up a kill, but did zone them out in time for this Luminous Lord that is now crashing town into mid lane. Is this going to be enough? I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to take down some damage if they don't have to also fight down the Valley. It doesn't look like they're going to give them a choice here as Mobazane coming in here. They're testing. Here comes the charge. Makes mincemeat out of that inhibitor tower. They are changing their ways now. Uriah in a little bit of trouble gets taken out by Basic there. The Lord, though, gets taken down
HP.
as well. 3 HP. It doesn't want to go. And it doesn't look like the Valley is trying to let this up. They want to close out this game. ACKERMAN saying that they are not done yet. They are trying to fend off this assault. The defense of the Sentry, another Dawning Light comes out there. Halves, Fried Chicken right now. They are trying to take this bottom inhibitor right now to get more minions. Here comes a heavy spin. Mobazane being pushed deep into the line. Is he in trouble? He gets taken down by Yato. So they do have 1 kill. This is essentially a 4v4. Down comes the real world manipulation. Nobody is close enough to go ahead and latch on the Hoon. Basic does suffer a circling eagle from Galf Cutie. Another torn apart memories as the rest of the Valley disengage from this fight.
Yeah, there's just so many minions on the base. They can't even try to push back when they get a slight advantage in that team fight. The Valley backing off. Still a huge gold lead for the Valley, sitting at almost 10k ahead or 9,000 ahead. ACKERMAN, though, does come back, and we saw last game, it's not out of range for them to make a play to make it work. Everything on the line here. I think it's really going to come around. I think they just need to they need to stick together, let Yureshi do his thing in the off lanes, but also Yureshi needs to kind of not be too far away all the time. He needs to be ready to move in quickly onto these team fights, because that's when they excel. That's when ACKERMAN can turn things around. Yureshi gets to that back line, causes some mayhem for Basic, for Hoon, so that Zia can make the frontal assault, right? Shred down Mobazane, and Mobazane and Shark and Chicken are left with no support. It's not going to be easy, but it could be possible here.
Ooh. I thought he was going to run into a shotgun. They are on the hunt. There is like a mark on Zia right now. They want to zone out and destroy Zia, and I feel like that is a win condition by them. But shout out to Yato. These Dawning Lights are peeling the Valley left and right and keeping them at bay. What I really need to see from Tarzan is to lock down Mobazane when it comes to one of these Lord takes, and if they can do that, I think they could possibly get a Retry off and take this Lord. I think it might be coming down to this last Lord here, Private.
Yeah, unfortunately, they do not have the support here. All of these lanes crashing in, so they're going to go ahead and force this right now. The 10% health right now. Oh, what an immortality has been activated. Real world manipulation comes down. Torn apart memory. Zia gets the kill onto Basic. Who got that Lord? Mobazane got the Lord, putting him in a great position. Fly Chicken does take down Xavier. The rest of ACKERMAN is on the run, trying to get away from this Tarzan, trying to slow them down, but it is not enough. Oh, Zia takes down Hoon, sidesteps the falling star move from Fried Chicken, and this actually might be a decent game here as we have 4 members, 2-3. Galf Cutie in a little bit of trouble here, might not want to be staying here. Is taken down with a lethal counter right now. It is evened up right now with a Luminous Lord coming towards the middle. Tarzan might want to think about letting loose with that heavy spin as the Lord comes down. He's trying to put it on. Not like this. They are trying to defend. Will the Valley be successful with the Lord? Here comes the damage from Zia. Another Dawning Light onto the Lord there as well. Ooh, Fly Chicken a little bit of trouble. Does activate that shield. Is able to go ahead and get away. A great defense for the side of ACKERMAN as the Valley is pushed back.
Oh,
yo, that was a crazy play by Tarzan, though, and Zia being able to take out a lot of people with the snipes and the side steps, you know. But you got to give it up to Tarzan. Absolutely, he went one-on-one with that Lord, and just that goes to show you that a panda is thick.
You know, I thought we were going to have some good games tonight. I thought we were going to see some nice plays, but I did not think ACKERMAN was going to step it up to this level. I think they have won the hearts of a lot of us, won the hearts of a lot of players. So win or lose, they definitely are putting on a great show. But at this point, it looks like they could come back. I think at this point, to speak about the Valley here, They just need to be careful on how they approach this next Lord, right? They need to try to have vision, and I think they also need to try to have Fried Chicken involved in these fights. Don't get too caught up with Yureshi. Don't get too caught off guard, because the thing is, Yureshi is going to have that movement, is going to be able to be proactive on the map and get into these team fights when he needs to. And the most major thing is watch out for that sniper from Zia. Because Shark, we're just seeing him get smashed down from it. Same thing with Hoon. If either of those two get hit by that shot, it immediately puts the field into the side of ACKERMAN.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things that we did see from the one engage, and I think you pointed it out very well, they chased down Zia.
Ooh.
Like they just wanted to murder him. The biggest thing though, Tarzan was in the middle of like 3 or 4 of the valley, and they opted to go for Zia instead of Tarzan, and Tarzan was the one that held the Lord. So a play like that can change the tides here, Private.
Yeah, and they are just having their way. They're kind of choking out ACKERMAN right now, especially Tarzan, not able to get any more, but he's pretty tanky. He's not going to be the one who's doing the damage. He's going to be the one that is CCing and coming in there with the heavy spin so that his team can get the damage. So, I mean, it's not, and that's why they're being so successful right now through these engagements. But it does look like we're going to go ahead and start this fight on the Lord. The rest of the valley here kind of setting up. It's just Tarzan down here at the bottom with Xavier hiding out in these bushes. We're trying to play a little game of Mobile Legends patty cake here right now. Mobazane with a little bit of spin here. The Lord is about half health, does pop up. Shark, they are looking at the opening. He does get CC'd there. Mobazane putting on a little bit more pressure as Fried Chicken going to flank the back line. Here comes a falling star moon, but he is set up by the Tarzan here. But this is going to leave an opening for the rest of the valley to go ahead and try to get onto this Lord. They are all being pushed back. Look at these angles right now as they are being choked away from this Lord. A dawning light does come in, hits up Fried Chicken and Shark. Here comes a heavy spin. Fried Chicken actually might be in trouble. He is taking a leap of damage. Circling Eagle comes down. Fried Chicken goes down, but this Lord is going to go over to the valley. Shark is trying to disengage because his job has been done. He has pushed them away and awarded his team a Luminous Lord.
Is it going to be enough,
Lord took forever to go down.
Yeah, will this be the Lord that finishes it, right? Like, is this going to be the one? It's not a huge death counter. We're only 20 minutes in. Fried Chicken at 30 seconds. Should be back on the map, ready to help with this fight.
Yeah, and I mean, the biggest thing that we're seeing, Zia picking up the Demon Hunter sword here at the end, going to be an absolute menace, tearing apart this team. If one shotgun and a flicker goes off, it could smell trouble for the Valley, but they do have the Lord. We'll see. There's no towers to defend. They're trying to sync the lanes up here. Is this the end, Private?
Yeah, we see the Lord marching in. The ACKERMAN knows this is their last chance. They need to be able to defend it. They have no inhibitor towers. Tarzan is going to go ahead and have to dash in there. CC down at the bottom lane. Lord goes down. What a quick Lord was that. You wouldn't have even have thought that was an end game Lord there, but they crushed it. But they still have minions starting to clamor around their base. The Valley has no signs of slowing down. Down comes a real world manipulation. Minions are at the door. Here comes the Valley knocking on that door. Mobazane with a lethal counter. They are all still on the border there. And here comes Tarzan diving deep into the lane. He's taking a heap of damage, still has that immortality. Here comes a heavy spin. Fried Chicken might be in trouble. Hoon gets taken out by a dawning light by the Xavier. They might be in trouble here. They're not going to be able to catch Fried Chicken. Once they saw that Hoon went down, the trumpet for retreat was sounded and the Valley is taking off. But ACKERMAN is not trying to let them go. They are still giving chase, still trying to have this aggression, torn apart memories onto Gal's Cutie as Zia comes and tries to zone out Mobazane. They are still pressing onto here. They're going to be able to possibly be able to put some pressure onto this mid tower. Zane comes back, thinks twice about getting his purple buff as Zia spraying out with that machine gun. It does look like ACKERMAN is thinking twice about it, is going to go ahead and reset on the map.
And I think, again, ACKERMAN is doing so well to control and come back, you know, like they're keeping their base at bay, stopping, and that is the damage behind Yato and Zia. And I think it comes down to that they're really carrying this game and holding the defense. We just need to see, we're seeing the Valley zone out ACKERMAN so well at a Lord, and we just need to see them actually be able to gain ground and maybe take over a Lord here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, everyone's maxed out, right? We still need Gals to get something. We still need, no, Shark is already there, but the damage is there. Yato able to snipe Poon out of the back lane with that, even the damage on a basic there, but able to snipe him out with that Dawning Light, right? So it's going to come down to just who can clash better at this point. Fried Chicken looking for these backsides. You got to keep your eyes on him because he's ready to make plays happen.
Yeah, and essentially we are at a 4v5 as Benedetta is all up at the top right now. Yoreshi not in this fight, and we do see Tarzan trying to bait out some abilities here. Mobazane really not taking it as well. Fried Chicken maintaining his spot on the flank here, pushing in mid. We have the Lord down to about 2/3 health. Nobody really kind of making any waves here. Yoreshi still up at the top, putting on pressure there. He has not left it. Very secure in his team's ability to kind of fend this off. However, that Lord is at half health. The side of the Valley doing a great job of still testing their limits and keeping that Lord in play, down to 10% health now. And then Tarzan might be in a little bit of trouble. This is it. This is where you need to come in. Tarzan comes in. Real world manipulation comes out. Heavy spin comes out. Yato picks up the Lord for the side of ACKERMAN. Shark might be in a little bit of trouble there. We have minions at the base right now. Yoreshi doing his best to try. This is it. Not like this. The game goes to the Valley. And this is going to go ahead and crown them. These are your North American Squad League finalists.